already know just where I be, dog. I ain't being cocky, but Philly what I'm reppin'. Watch me check it like it's hockey. I ain't tryna get it twisted. If you get it, then you got me. If you with it, cool. If not, I'll treat you like a Tamagotchi. I'ma let you down point. Yeah, I never disappoint.
What's going on, guys? JHoyt back with you today. Today's video is kind of an interesting one because we had a little bit of upload issues this morning. I'll tell you that story in a little bit. However, today when I woke up, my brother actually texted me and said, hey, we got some more packs. And I was like, I didn't get any packs. Well, also, I didn't turn my Xbox on yet. So we woke up to 2 more gold packs. And I'm pretty interested because yesterday, if you guys remember, we didn't get basically anything in our packs. So I think the highest we got was what? I think it was an 84 Brandon Saad or something. I don't know. We didn't really get anything good. So let's get right into it. First gold plus pack. Now we are going to 1v1 my brother after this. So hopefully we can get a good team or at least a couple of good players, because after looking at his team, he's gotten pretty darn lucky with his pulls. So mark my thought. I wish you were still in Ottawa. Some more collectibles. 2 collectibles in a row, actually. Joe Colborn, okay. Bobby Ryan, all right, 83. So that's not, terrible. David Backus, not terrible. And like I said in the last video, guys, 83s are basically the new 85s. So that's probably, 83s are the new 85s. So last year in NHL 17, whenever we got 85s all the time, those are the 83s from this year. And after this one, I promise I'm going to make a HUT ratings video. And we just got John Klingberg, our best pull yet. So 84 overall. Michael Neuvirth, Clayton Stoner to finish off the pack. So Klingberg, as I can get through the video, is our best pull of this pack alone. David Backus, Bobby Ryan, and Mark Mathot are the other big names here. So Bobby Ryan and Klingberg, and I think Backus are all going to make the lineup. The other guys I don't think are. Second pack and a last pack of the day before we get on to the 1v1 versus my brother. He actually ended up pulling 2 Carey Prices somehow. So the best goaltender in the game, he's pulled twice. So either way, let's start off strong here. Justin Williams, David Clarkson. Clarkson? What? There's no T in there. Clarkson. Kevin Shattenkirk. Okay, so 83. Still don't understand why he's so low. Zach Smith. That store collectible is something I need, actually. So Jaden Shorts. Okay, 84. How is Jaden Shorts ahead of Kevin Shattenkirk? Okay, that just doesn't make sense. Some more collectibles. Can we get something else good? Sean Matthias, Alex Biega. Okay, nothing good there. Come on, back of the pack. Brian Little. Okay, and nothing. Okay, so Brian Little, but I think we have to go give it to Jaden Shorts, who's somehow an 84, and Kevin Shattenkirk as the best ones in this group. So let's go edit our team real quick, and then let's go face my brother. Now we are back on the edit lineup screen. I already went through and did all of the lines, so not really much has changed other than, a couple of people swapped in and out, but for the most part, we're stuck with still 83, 84, and basically 83 through 85 lineup pretty much throughout the entire lineup, except for goalies. So this first line stayed exactly the same. We got Bobby Ryan and Brian Little in the last time. We moved Brandon Saad up. Jaden Shorts fits in the lineup on the third line. I was kind of debating putting him up, but I like Saad more. This line, or these 2 guys stayed the same. Third line, or fourth line, I mean, a couple guys moved down, but other than that, still the same players there. As for defense goes, this is where we probably got the biggest improvement. We got Kevin Shattenkirk along with John Klingberg. So we moved Yandel down, moved Shattenkirk to the first line, Klingberg to the second line, and then we took a couple people out. So we have a pretty, I don't want to say decent defense, but not terrible. As for goaltenders, we still haven't gotten anyone really of worth. So we have Neuvirth and Kudobin. So I guess we upgrade a little bit, but not really too much. So as I was just telling my brother, who's in a Skype call with me right now, and we're going to play in a bit, all of these players were the same overall as they were in NHL 17. This would be the best startup team, I think, to ever live. So if these ratings were even remotely close to last year's, I'd have a really good team. But as for NHL 18 ratings, that's great. So either way, let's cut right into the gameplay. Let's 1v1 my brother. So let me just start off this video, I guess a little bit into it, saying that the 1v1 versus my brother did actually happen. This is the game from that 1v1. However, my audio ended up messing up to where my voice personally was recorded twice. Now, how that happened, I don't really know. I'm trying to figure that one out, but we didn't have a problem before, so I thought if I just use the same settings, then it would work this time. However, that wasn't the case. So this is the gameplay from that 1v1 versus my brother. It was actually a pretty good game. It was pretty back and forth. A lot of cuts, which was really weird, but either way. Let's get right into the story of why I was having some upload issues. So yesterday you guys saw a video where it was about a 12 to 13 minute video to where we kind of built the hut team and we opened the packs. We ordered the whatever edition that gets us more stuff with the Hockey Ultimate team, and you know, we had some returning user bonus packs, and you know, we built the hut team, we opened some packs, and we had a good time. However, after that video went up, or not even went up, after that video was done recording, I had went in, edited it, and had it all fine, ready to go. And I started rendering it, rendered it out fine. Took a little bit longer than usual, but I was like, you know what, whatever. I was doing some other things on my computer, so maybe I was slowing it down a little bit. So I wasn't really thinking too much of it. So after that happened, I was like, alright, you know, I'll start to upload it. You know, I'll make the thumbnail. You know, no big deal. It's just a normal routine of uploading videos. However, as it was uploading, usually when you upload videos, if anyone's familiar with it, you get a percentage of how much it's been uploaded, and you get a time, an estimated time until it's done. So at the time there was a percentage of like 2%, and then there was no time on there. So I was like, you know, okay, maybe YouTube's page is bugged a little bit because they just came out with a new like design and new like thing. So I was like, alright, you know, maybe it's bugged a little bit, so you know, let me just cancel it and re-upload it, see if that fixes it. Needless to say, it didn't fix it. So I tried to upload it again, and well, the first time I should say, I let it go for about an hour or two, which is usually the amount of time that it takes that long of a video to upload. Well, I was like, alright, you know, like I said, I'm doing other things on my computer, I'm playing games, I'm trying to, you know, get everything going here, and maybe it's just taking a little bit longer. Well, I let it go for about 3 hours, and it was still at like 4%. So I was like, you know, alright, so something's bugged. So I had canceled the upload, and reset my internet, right? Unplug my router, unplug my modem, you know, plug them back in, you know, just to see if that would help. And I tried it again, let it go for another 3 hours, and it didn't work. So I was like, alright. So I originally tweeted out that, you know, it was going to be up at up about 4 o'clock, I think it was. Or 3 or 4 o'clock. No, 4 or 5 o'clock, not 3 or 4. But 4 or 5 o'clock. And, well, it didn't go up at that time, needless to say. So, as we were uploading it, I think for the third time, I had started uploading around 11 o'clock that night, you know, about an hour before I went to bed. And I was like, alright, you know, I'll check it in the morning. That's a good, like, 12 hours or, you know, 11 hours of it to give time to upload. Needless to say, as I woke up that morning at about 9:30, 10, maybe even 10:30, it was still at, like, 37%. After uploading for 10 plus hours, it was still at 37%. So I was like, okay, something's wrong here. You know, what is it? So I went to my video and I kind of watched through it. You know, nothing was abnormal. Everything was just the way I left it, the way I cut it, the way I put it. And I was like, alright, so there's nothing issue there. So I go to re-render the video. And this is where the problem came into, I guess, into vision. And what had happened was, I don't know if my editing software bugged out or just what, I don't know how it happened, I just know what happened. So as I open my editing software, usually my videos aren't the biggest of files. They're like about a gig, probably less. And this one, the file was 7 gigabytes big. 7. Usually they're under 1. So needless to say, I found the problem. And I had to re-render the video, make sure that that was all fine, and so that took, you know, another hour or so to do, and then I uploaded it and put it up yesterday, and then everything worked fine and, you know, all in dandy. So it was just kind of funny to where I tried to upload it 3 times and it seemed like it was bugged, but then all of a sudden it was the actual file itself bugging out in the editing software or something. So I don't know what really happened. I don't know what went wrong or how to fix it, but either way, it's uploaded now. You guys saw it yesterday. And as for the 1v1 in this video, like I said, my voice was recorded twice, and it's not something that I'm proud of because I wanted to start out NHL 18 on a complete grind. And I've had the game for 2 days now, and I've only uploaded 2 videos. And even though that sounds pretty good, I still wanted to be a lot more consistent this year of uploading and a lot more uploads. Because like the 2 a week in NHL 17, excuse me, wasn't good enough. And my channel's at the point where I need to upload pretty much every day in order to grow. So I want to get into that habit of, you know, making videos all the time and making videos ahead of time and having videos each and every day. So that's my goal. Am I going to reach that? I don't know. I'm going to try, so I'm going to work my hardest towards that. But as for NHL 18, this was the first game online for either of my brother or I. And we kind of had similar mindsets, but obviously a couple of different ones, of course. That's just, you know, kind of a given. But first thing we both said is the pace of play is extremely slow. Now, if you guys have ever watched an NHL game in the past, like, 3 years, you guys know that the NHL is going, or kind of transitioning into a fast-paced, you know, up and down game to where you have to have skill in order to succeed. You can't just be like a grinder or an enforcer or a tough guy or a guy that only fights or hits or something like that. Those guys aren't, you know, needed in your lineup anymore. And as much as I love fighting, I love seeing hits, I love seeing, you know, that aggression that, you know, that hits and fights bring. I love it, so don't think I don't. But the game itself is transitioning into, you have to have skill, you have to be able to move the puck, you have to be able to score, you have to be able to pass. Like, you have to be able to do everything. You can't just rely on, you know, just your natural goal scoring, your natural playmaking ability, or, you know, tough guyness, or grittiness, or whatever the case. You can't just rely on one thing. You have to be a complete all-around player in today's NHL. And in this game, with the pace of play compared to the real NHL, last year's pace of play in NHL 17, I don't want to say it was perfect, but it was a good pace, right? Everyone was, you know, back and forth gameplay. You know, if you go down, set up your play, and, you know, whatever. Now, when I was talking about NHL 17, I think it was last year at one point, I had mentioned that I wanted people to play more of like a cycle game, actually get the puck into the zone and work the puck around, rather than just go down and shoot for the cheese spots, or go to the cheese spots and, you know, score. I wanted them to work it around, like a real hockey game. And I didn't want them to slow the gameplay down to where it seems like NHL 02 again. Like, actually, I'm pretty sure the pace of play was faster back then than it is now. And I'm pretty sure that's half the conversation we were talking about, is the pace of play. And I don't want to repeat it too much in this video, but like we said, it needs to be faster. It needs to be, you know, you have to have fast guys. And that kind of also revolves around the ratings. I'm going to make a separate video about that. I know I keep saying that. That's going to be the video after this one. And even with the pace of play being faster, there's still kind of the same problems in the game. You know, with the new Mortal Kombat deeks, I'll call them, as I think Bacon Country called them first. But with the new deeks, I guess, okay, it's a good thing to add. I'm glad they added something new. However, I don't want to have to spam 3 buttons in order to try to do a fancy deek. Like, I don't know if they took out, like, all the old deeks, like, through the legs, you know, whatever else the other ones were. Like, through the legs was probably the most used one in my repertoire. But even then, it's, like, impossible to deke anymore because of all of those stupid new deeks. And I always love when people add new things to games, because then it gives you something to look forward to. But in this case, they added all of the wrong things. And I'm not just talking about all the other game modes. Like, I've only checked out HUD so far, so I don't want to, you know, diss any other games or any other game modes right now. But you look at that little deke, right? I try to do a simple little toe drag around that guy. And what do I get? I get like a weird animation, you know, just not fun, slow deke. Like, what is that? Like, you guys saw me cut to the net earlier and do like a, you know, a backhand forehand or a forehand backhand move or whatever it was, to where it's like the glide or the stride. No, it's stride deke. There we go. That's the right word. And I tried to do the stride deke, and it did it super fast. Super fast. And I was like, okay, you know, I was surprised by it, because usually it's like, okay, it's like an animation. It's not really just like a consistent move. So I was like, you know, all right, you know, no big deal. They changed it a little bit. But I haven't been able to hit any dekes really. Like, the windmill doesn't really work anymore. Like, it just does. The deking system is, I don't know why they changed it. Like, I'm glad they added it, but it doesn't work. Like, especially with the pace of play right now, it's like, you have to have the best cards in order to do any dekes, let alone the Mortal Kombat 3-button spam in a millisecond dekes. Like, I don't know. That's just not my type of game. Like, I don't really want that. I wanted to go back to, like, NHL 17, as much as we gave it, you know, crap for, it wasn't that bad. And I feel like I say that after every new game comes out, that the last game wasn't that bad. But I honestly feel that way, because the pace of play last year was super good. The deking was pretty good. You know, the only thing I really had a problem with was passing. They didn't improve that at all. Puck pickups, which are still not a thing in this game either. And kind of the overall inconsistency of, you know, poke checks, stick lifts, hits, you know, that type of thing. Like, mainly the inconsistency of the game is probably the most, I guess, frustrating thing. And in this game, I don't remember what analogy I used or what similarity I used, but it was something with along the lines of you don't get any aim assist in passing or in getting the puck. Whatever it is, it's just, I don't understand it. And also in this video, you can kind of see my brother using the defensive skill stick or whatever it's called a lot. I don't think I even tried to do it once. And if I did, it was probably by accident, because as much as that should already be in the game, it's kind of annoying to do, because when I'm playing, I want to skate around, be in the way, hit him, poke check him, stick lift him. Like, I don't want to walk around with my stick hanging out like a goof. Like, that just looks stupid. Like, look at this. It just looks dumb. But the last thing I guess I'll talk about in this video was kind of I guess my brother's kind of comparison to another YouTuber with the name of Optic Big Timer. If you guys don't know, I follow Optic pretty closely, and he's a content creator for Optic. And he used to be a professional Call of Duty player. Now he's a YouTuber, content creator, whatever you want to call him. And he makes kind of H1Z1 videos. And if you guys know anything about, you know, PC games or, you know, computer gaming, you guys have probably heard of the game Players Unknown's Battlegrounds, or whatever it's called, PUBG. And my brother was using a comparison between H1Z1 and PUBG. And when he was saying that, he was mentioning where people were liking H1Z1 because of the faster gameplay, the crispiness of it, you know, the faster movement, the ability to have a crispy game, to whereas PUBG was more slowed down, it was more clunky, it was more about positioning on the map almost than getting into gunfights. And in this case, it's kind of the same, and we both agreed in the video that got messed up that I'd rather have an H1Z1 type game than a PUBG. Like, I want faster paced play. Now, as for Call of Duty, that's a little bit different, but in NHL 18, we want that H1Z1 feel. We want that fast-paced, you know, I want to go after these guys. I want to score. I want to skate. I want to outskate that guy if I'm faster than him. I don't want this slow, like, crap gameplay. Like, so, I guess TLDR, like, final review of it, pace of play needs to be improved, fix passing, like, to get rid of the Mortal Kombat deeks, so those are so annoying. And other than that, just obviously keep updating the rosters, keep updating the game if anything's broken, and just keep making it better, hopefully. And on that note, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. If you guys did enjoy, hit that like button. Let me know what you guys are thinking of NHL 18 so far, and what do you guys think about the pace of play? Was, I guess, the biggest argument in this video. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and hit that little bell next to it to get notifications on to let you guys know when I upload videos. Anyway, guys, I'll see you later.
Jumping off the porch like mom's not home. Just a couple kids living